Hi, I'm Steve Blanks, and I'm the Workforce Development Director at SEEC. SEEC is a nonprofit based in Silver Spring that supports over 200 adults with intellectual disabilities to live and work in the community of Montgomery County in the DC metropolitan area. As many of us face, much like this lady on the screen, the frustrations of traditional job hiring, the online application forms that are just so crazy to complete, the behavioral interviewing is often a barrier for a lot of the individuals we support every day, leading to chronic unemployment. Based on the hard work of the Benedictine School and SEEC and other agencies like ourselves and the ADA's barriers reductions, we still have about a 14% employment rate for individuals with intellectual disabilities. So generally, the job developers in our field have been trolling the streets, looking after these big box stores and trying to find those entry-level positions. They're positions that often don't last, they don't fit well, and they don't provide the supports that a lot of our individuals really need to be successful. So what can we do differently? What can we do to get our foot in the door, and what can we do to find those hidden job markets? So I'm going to tell you 3 stories of young men and a little bit older men who have done what they need to with their social networks. So Scott is this great guy here. He's 23 years old. He left school about 2 years ago. Sorry, Hank. And he aged out of the school system without a job, but he had some skills. He had some definite computer skills that we could apply. So we got him into some internship programs. We got him into a volunteer arrangement. But sadly, unfortunately, a behavioral incident led him to lose that internship. So we were kind of back to square one. What were we going to do? So Scott and his team kind of rallied around of who was in his personal network. And his mom here in the middle of this picture was one of the key individuals in his network. She was an active networker, an active developer, and she was able to lead us into his first paid job after school, which was with a single law firm in Rockville, where he was able to do some data entry, some scanning, and some archiving. That led to another opportunity that led to Scott helping a friend of the family archiving their paper and archiving their photography. And they had thousands of photos. He's actually still doing that. And the team rallied around Team Scott, around himself and his mom, and sort of developed the idea that Scott should work on his own business. So today, Scott has his own business. It's Scott's Office Services, SOS. So any of you guys who need rescuing from piles of paper, or any other archiving, Scott can come to your rescue. So please think about him as you go forward. Our second gentleman, his name Teddy, he'll show up here in a second. He's a little bit of a goofball based on this picture. He also aged out of the school system a few years ago. He's 29 years old, a young man with Down syndrome. And we started to work with him, volunteering in some various soup kitchens and various other aspects to kind of learn a little bit more about him. But it became clear he could do more, and we wanted to do more. So again, we reached into his social network, which comprised really of mom and dad. They scratched their heads and said, well, who do we know? And of course, they knew all their professional contacts and so on and so forth, but they didn't really think of somebody who could fit into what Teddy could offer. And then they said, Peter, the gentleman here on the right. And who's Peter? Peter's the owner of the New Wave Hair Salon, where the family's been going to for years. So we coordinated with Peter and did some customized employment and discovery with him. And now Teddy's been working there for over a year, helping with the folding, the washing, and the laundry of the towels and organization of the supplies. And he's doing a great job there, making above minimum wage and working hard. My third story is about Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee here spent most of his time out of school practicing karaoke, as you can see in the day program, not really working on workplace skills. So we said we knew that he wanted to work. He would work around the day program, helping out with some light maintenance work. But he didn't have a network. He didn't, like Teddy and like Scott, have a family connection that was broad and deep. So we had to create that for him. We went to our board of directors. The president of the board of directors hooked us up with his organization. And through his organization, we got Mr. Lee here working at their contract maintenance crew that's helping clean, recycle, and keep their offices together. So that social network can work for anyone. We use it all the time. We use the standard LinkedIn, Facebook, and the like. Every one of us uses that right now to find the hidden jobs. It works for individuals with significant intellectual disabilities as well. And so it's important that we continue to dig deep. We can't keep trolling the same old retail big box stores. We can go out there and get real jobs, potentially real businesses for these guys, if we're out there using the social networks that presume. So thank you for the time, and I appreciate giving you a chance to ignite some networks. Thank you.